Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It looks like our dream is actually gonna become a reality, bro. This might actually happen. Oh my god, bro, I'm geeking right now. Nico Williams might be on his way to becoming a new Barcelona player. And if Barcelona pull this off, I'll be very, very impressed. And obviously right now, things are moving in the right direction. Now with Barca, we know this obviously as Barca fans, we can never really be too confident of anything when it comes to bringing players in. Until the players presented in front of the fans and sign and register with La Liga, we just have to wait and see. Because obviously we can't get our hopes up because over the past couple of years with this whole financial situation, again, you can never really be too confident when it comes to a signing. And obviously the interest that Barca have on Nico Williams has been, it's been reported over the past couple of weeks and even months. It's not a secret that Barca are obviously interested in the Spanish youngster. And it's been reported by guys like Gerard Romero and FF Polo, all these different guys that obviously have sourcing in Catalonia that know what they're talking about to an extent, but they're not Fabrizio Romano. And today Fabrizio Romano came out and retweeted some quotes about Joan Laporta and what he said about Nico Williams and how Barca are really interested obviously in bringing him in and how they want to go out and get the youngster to come to Barcelona. So obviously when he starts getting involved, things are moving. Things are going in the right direction because Fabrizio Romano doesn't just pull shit out of his ass. He's the most trusted journalist in world football for a reason. And this guy has as good a sourcing as there is in the sport. So obviously, like I said, when he reports something, things are moving in the right direction. And that's why I'm making this video. I was not going to make a video like this until Fabrizio Romano actually came out and said something. And now that he did, I feel comfortable making this video. I also want to talk about some other reports that I saw. I want to read them to you guys very briefly here. The first one that I saw is this: Barcelona has contacted Nico Williams' camp and have informed them they're playing, the wages they'll offer, etc. Plus, Catalan club also aware about how the player will be ready to join Barcelona. The next one we have here: more on Nico Williams' wages at Barcelona. Club will offer him a salary that will increase exponentially depending on the number of games played. And then one last thing: Joan Laporta is aware and knows what needs to be done to achieve the signing of Nico Williams. Hence his words this morning. His goal number one: all the efforts we burned to bring him in, is the club's message. So again, everybody looks to be on the same page. For the first time in the history of Barcelona, or at least since the second regime from Joan Laporta, it seems like everybody in the club is on the same page. Bring Nico Williams to the Camp Nou. The fans want him. It looks like the president wants him, and Hansi Flick says he wants him too. He came out. There was a report that came out that said that Hansi Flick thinks he will fit at Barcelona, and I know Deco wants Luis Diaz. You're gonna have to suck it up, Deco. I'm sorry, bro. We're gonna bring it. Most sane people that actually know football rather have Nico Williams than Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is amazing. I think right now he's better than Nico, but for the upside, you gotta bring in Nico Williams, and we're seeing it at the Euro. Man, I obviously made a whole video talking about what should Barca's priority be in the summer transfer window. And if you guys watched that video, my number one thing was Nico Williams, because we're seeing it at the Euros right now. What this kid can provide out on that left-hand side is really, really rare, man. He's arguably been the best player of the tournament at the Euros. He's been that good, and that's in a tournament that has guys like obviously Kylian Mbappe and Kevin De Bruyne and some of the best players in the world. And this guy has he's been shining all tournament. It's not just a game here or there. He's been, like I said, he's in the conversation for player of the tournament at the Euros. And the reason why Spain are playing so well, and to me are the favorites now to win this whole thing, is because of a guy like Nico Williams. And obviously he has a rapport with Lamine Yamal on the other side. They get along really, really well. They play well off each other. I'm really excited to see if this does come true again. Nothing has happened yet, but again, things are moving in the right direction. I'm trusting that Barca will get it done. I don't know why I have faith in this team to get it done, but I have faith that Joan Laporta will get this done. It'll be amazing, bro. It'll be amazing to see, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait if this does become a reality, because if I can see a front line next year of Nico Williams, Vitor Roque, and Lamine Yamal, bro, I can die happy. If I can see that front line, fuck Lewandowski. I don't want to see him on that team, but again, he's going to probably be on there. But if I can just see one time Nico Williams, Vitor Roque, and Lamine Yamal, I'll be happy. And if I can see even fucking Rafinha in there somewhere, oh my god, I'd be so happy. This team could change so much with a talent like Nico Williams, who, like I said, is proving to be one of the best wingers in the world as we speak right now. And if you pair him up with a guy like Lamine Yamal, you're looking at one of the best winger duos in the world. Who else is in the conversation? Obviously, we're not even the best in La Liga, because you have to give that respect to Vini and Rodrigo, who are both better. I think Lamine Yamal and Rodrigo are close when it comes to his players, but obviously, I think Rodrigo, you give him kind of you give him that respect because he's been doing it for a longer time. Vinicius Jr., obviously, to me, he's a top 3 player in the world. So and obviously, if you want to Mbappe too, Madrid has a better winger combination, have a better winger duo than us. But we see them eye to eye, basically. We're right there. It's very, very close, because Nico's really, really good, and Lamine is going to be one of the best players in the world if he's not already in the next 2 or 3 years. So again, we're not quite Madrid, but we're obviously, it's better than having whatever we had before. You know what I mean? It's better than not having Nico Williams, and I think Rafinha's class I think Rafinha is really, really good, and I want to see Rafinha still on this team. But again, when you can have those rotating pieces of Rafinha, Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, even Joao Felix, you want to bring him back, which I'm not too keen on that, but still, even Ansu Fati, that's pretty good. You're looking at some good depth right there. And then if you can actually get your striker to play well, whether it's Lewandowski or Roque, obviously you guys know how I feel about that whole situation. I hope it's Roque over Lewandowski. But you're looking at a really, really potent attack with a guy with Hansi Flick who knows how to coach attacking football, and that's obviously what his calling card is. It's getting teams to score a lot of goals and play this high intensity football, and a beautiful brand of football at that as well. So for me, man, like I said, nothing is confirmed yet. We still have to wait until everything gets done. There's a long way to go still. We still have to, obviously, Barca still need to make an offer. They're going to pay, or are they going to pay his release clause? They got to offer him the wages because Nico makes a fuck ton of money in Bilbao, because Bilbao, since obviously they don't sign any players because their whole policy is we only have players from our region, they can just offer their players insane wages because they have all this money built up. So again, Nico's on a lot of money. He's on a lot of money. I think he's on something like maybe $250 a week. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe even higher than that. But again, I think Joan Laporta came out and said that he's confident that Barca can offer him the right wages. He's confident that he can obviously make things happen and make him come to Barca. So for me, bro, I'm at a loss for words. This does come true. I've been kind of, I haven't been too happy with Joan Laporta's second stint as Barca president. I think he's done a lot of good things, but also a lot of things that kind of rub me the wrong way. But if he can pull this off, that changes a lot, bro. If you can pull this off, bro, you're looking like you can redeem yourself with something like that. You can redeem yourself with something like that. Now, obviously, this is not the end all be all. Barca still need to go out and get more players. Just because you sign Nico Williams, it does not mean that you can't just go let's just say it's a baseball game, right? And you go 1 for 4. One is a home run, but then you strike out 3 times. You can't have that, okay? Yes, you hit the home run with Nico Williams. You still got to go up to the plate and actually get like a single or something. Get a single, maybe get a double. Fuck it, maybe get a triple, maybe get a second home run. Maybe get two home runs. If you go 2 for 4 and with 2 home runs, oh my God, bro, you're looking golden. But I don't want us to go 1 for 4 and then 3 strikeouts after that. Okay, go out and get a pivot now. That's what you got to do now. That's the number 1 priority now. If you can get Nico Williams, go out and get a pivot. And again, I understand that it's going to be a lot to get Nico Williams to come in because the money and the wages that Barca are going to give him, it's going to obviously put a lot of pressure on those books. But still, bro, if you can return to the 1+1 rule, it becomes a lot easier. And then you can go out and start looking at some other candidates for that DM position, whether it's Subimendi, whether you want to bring in Mikel Merino, who's obviously not a DM, but a ball winner, whether you want to look at a guy like Angelo Soto, who obviously Hansi Flick has been looking at for a long time. Who else am I missing? Amadou Onana from Everton, who again, I wouldn't be too excited for him to come in, but again, I would be excited if he comes in because it's something, at least that we have something different. And again, if you have if you have 2 guys on the wing like Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, we know those guys like to take on players, and we know they like to make those risky runs, and they're not safe wingers. One thing about Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, we're seeing it at this Euro, if they have the ball at their feet, they're going to try and take on their defender. And that's something that I appreciate, at least. I think modern football has become so, everything has to be so perfect, and everything has to be like if you don't get the perfect look, if you're a winger and you don't have the perfect situation in front of you, just pass it back. I hate that. I think a lot of times in football, the best things happen because you take risks. And we know a guy like Lamine Yamal, and when we know players like Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, they're known to take risks. That's what makes them so good. So obviously you're going to have a strong midfield behind them to obviously cover up those gaps, because once you lose the ball in that area, which Lamine he tends to do not a lot, but it happens to him every now and then, and also to Nico, because like I said, you're not going to have 100% dribble success rate most of the time. You're gonna need a good midfield to obviously have that structure behind them. So if you can go out and get maybe a DM or something like that, no, maybe. Look, if you go out and get a DM because you need a DM, not maybe, you need a DM, then bro, we're looking at a really different team. Now, obviously, the news at Barcelona over the past couple of days has kind of pissed me off. Not pissed me off, but it's made me really, really sad, because we know that Pedri's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Obviously, sustained another injury, and prayers to Pedri, man. I wish him nothing but a speedy recovery. Ronald Araujo got hurt in that game against Brazil in the Copa America, a non-contact injury that's going to leave him out for 6 to 8 weeks. He's obviously going to miss preseason. That's obviously not great, because Araujo's a guy that I'm counting on for next season to be obviously our best and our starting center back, and probably our best center back, because Araujo still has that talent in him. But there's a whole thing going on with his contract and now the injury. So we don't even know if Araujo's going to be a Barca player next year. And I don't like that personally, because I think, again, like I said, he's an amazing player, and I want to see him wearing the red and blue. But again, apart from fuck the contract, it's more about the injury, bro. He just got injured again, and that's obviously not great for a guy who has an injury history. 2 of our guys that have had the biggest concerns with injuries, Araujo and Pedri, both got injured in the same day. So that obviously isn't great to me. I obviously, to most Barca fans, that's not great. I don't like seeing that. And I wanted Hansi Flick to have time with 2 of his best players in preseason, because obviously We're going to need those guys if we want to contend next year. And then obviously I saw a report that Koundé is linked to Arsenal, which I don't know where the fuck that's coming from now, because what are we going to do? Just sell all of our best players? So people want to, we want to sell Koundé, we want to sell Araujo, we want to sell Frankie de Jong. Then what the fuck are we doing here then? What are we doing here? No, you got to keep those guys, because those guys are the ones that you build around. Again, maybe not Frankie de Jong, but the other two, yes, because they're two of the best defenders in the world. Like, what's the point of just giving away all your best players? You dream of having a guy like Araujo on your team. You dream of having a talent like Jules Koundé. You dream of having a guy like Frankie de Jong. And again, take away Frankie because he is on the same wages. And, you know, if we can bring in a guy like Merino or maybe a Subimendi, I wouldn't be too opposed to getting rid of Frankie. But those guys, bro, you keep. And again, like I said, to kind of just close it right here, those news didn't make me very happy, but this news surpasses, like, it doesn't surpass that because I'm still really sad about the whole Pedri and Araujo thing, the injuries. But this thing kind of, like, it puts a Band-Aid over it, to me at least. If we can secure the signing of Nico Williams, that changes so much for this team, man. And I know that as a Barca fan, and obviously Barca fans watching this is the one thing that we wanted. We wanted the club to actually go out and make some signings to show us that they care about changing this up-and-coming year. We're not just going to come into next season and do the same shit that we did last year with a different manager and then expect a different result, because that's never going to work. So now going out and getting players like this who obviously we know are going to change the team, because Nico Williams is the guy who when he comes in, he's a marquee signing. He's a guy that when you sign him on FIFA, you know, in the career mode, he doesn't just get like the little entrance to the door. He gets like the fucking fans outside. You guys know what I'm talking about? When you sign like a really expensive player in career mode and they have like the fans and the confetti and shit, and he gets like pictured and stuff. Like, that's who Nico Williams is. He's a guy that you obviously, that changes everything to me. So again, the news around Barca over the past couple of days have not been the best, but this definitely changes a lot for me. I hope it changes a lot for you guys as well, man, because this is huge, bro. This is a huge thing. If Barca can pull this off again, it's still a long way to go. You can never be too confident with this team, but I have faith in Joan Laporta, bro. This is something that he's good at. He's good at this, and I think he's going to get this thing done. And once he gets it done, we're going to make another video talking about Barca actually having Nico Williams. But yeah, man, I cannot wait for this, bro. I hope you guys are excited for this too. If you're a Barca fan, if you're a rival fan, I know for a fact, man, rival fans are not excited about this. And that's the best way to judge a move. If a rival fan doesn't like it, that means it's a good move. When rival fans wanted us to keep Xavi, that's when I knew, oh, we got to get rid of Xavi. Because if a rival fan wants you to do something, you do the opposite. And if they don't want us to sign Nico Williams and we sign Nico Williams, oh my god, that is great news. Because like I said, it's not quite Vini and Rodrigo, but it's fucking close. Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, bro, the best tandem at the Euro so far. And if they could both be wearing red and blue next year, oh my god, I will be geeking, bro. I will be geeking. I will be so excited for that, man. I will be so excited. That's one of the signings that if we sign Nico Williams, that's one of the signings that I'll be most excited for. Maybe my history watching Barcelona. Honestly, I'm not even being hyperbolic when I say that. Honestly. I was excited about Neymar. I was so excited about Suarez. I was excited about Malcolm for some reason. I don't know why, because I just watched him and I thought he was really, really good. I was excited for a lot of guys, but this one is up there for them with them. But yeah, again, I've been yapping for too long. You guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.